The power of our minds to construe our reality in this or that way that serve our needs or destroy us is apparent and obvious. The adult human brain on average weighs about 3 pounds and comprises about 2% of our total body weight. Yet this is where we live, the space in which we all inhabit. Yet another force seems to exist within our minds, which for many people is an out-of-control, ever-present other. The other being the inner voice, the self-talk, the incessant chatter that fills many with anxiety and depression. So often this voice leans toward the negative, creating a sense of dread and fear that taps our strength and purpose. Likewise, the inner dialogue that constantly hectors us, that bullies us, that intimidates us, would seem to have no value. This voice left unchecked can rob us of our happiness and crush our spirits. If we become the observer of this dynamic, we see the mind sending us back and forth in time, living unpleasant moments as if they just occurred. We might find ourselves shooting forward in time, experiencing dire consequences that in all probability will never occur. In essence, the mind has the ability to whipsaw us back and forth like a time machine run amok. To begin the process of quieting the mind and living in the state of mindfulness, as the saying goes, we must only take notice of this dynamic. Since the beginning of time, philosophers have examined this process, and most have come to the conclusion that it's all just part of the human condition, and therefore normal. If you were raised by a narcissist or been in a relationship with a narcissist, your negative self-talk will have been raised to a new level. A narcissist is, by virtue of their need to control and dominate, adept at crushing us down, in subtle ways infecting our minds with a kind of virus that self-replicates and is reinforced by them over time. At this point, the why is not important. The what are we going to do about it is paramount. Do you see how they play on our humanness and use it against us? Pathways of thought that have become automatic, almost hardwired about who we are, our self-perception can be changed. So it's established that the mind is a good tool, but a poor master, especially when others with evil intent have corrupted our thoughts. Life is challenging enough without the added burden coping with all the covert manipulations of a loved one whom we trusted. Forgive yourself for not knowing. Forgive yourself for allowing it to happen. Remember, covert behavior is any action or practice that is not observable or detectable. So a thought occurs in your mind, as if out of nowhere, or maybe it's triggered by something you saw or heard, or maybe even a smell. So here it comes, and you most certainly have been here before, and the script unfolds, and the negative, painful effect is felt like so many times before. Don't argue with it. Don't confront it. Visualize it as if it were a cloud coming toward you and slowly passing by. It will take time, I can assure you, but these thoughts will diminish in frequency and their ability to cause pain will diminish. So right now, take a deep breath and let it out slowly. Do this 3, 4, 5 times, counting with the exhale, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Do this again and again and again. You are teaching your brain, and it is creating new pathways. Remember, the brain wants to solve problems. It recognizes patterns, and over time with practice, you will succeed, and you will find peace.